What's going on, my pretty pandas? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm kind of out of sorts in a way. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, this video has not been prepped extraordinarily well. Like, it's been prepped. I thought about it. I had a conversation with my mama about it because you know what? The wheels weren't really turning. I have cramps and it takes over my entire being. It's like, no, I'm going to make you literally just hate existing right now. So I have a dark chocolate double shot with me. I have sleepiness with me, and I have you guys with me. Let's try to do this video to the best of our ability. If I look like I'm about to fall asleep, what cramps do, and it's individualistic for every single woman out there, but what they do for me at least is they make me extraordinarily tired to the point of where I can barely function. Like, I slept until 11 a.m. today. Like, it was not good. Like, I normally wake up at like 5 or 6 in the morning, depending on what's going on during my day, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready to tackle things, I'm ready to take things on, I'm ready to do stuff. Not today. Bye Felicia. No. Today I just snuggled up, I just went like this, and I went bye. I was like, bye world, annyeong. So yeah, if I seem jarbled and all over the place, that's why. But yeah, if I look like out of sorts and sleepy, that's why. I'm not using my period as an excuse, and I absolutely hate when a lot of women use their period as an excuse for doing things throughout their day, but it does make us extraordinarily tired and cranky, and just we don't give a ratatouille. So with today's psychologically gaming, I thought of something interesting to do, and bear with me because my thoughts kind of, like, they might be out of sequence, they might not be, so I'll leave that up to you guys. But with this was just a very spur of the moment thing. I was going to do a psychologically gaming on Birkin from Resident Evil 2, but I think I might do one on Claire or Sherry Birkin actually for next week. So yeah, I might do that. But the thing is, with this topic, I have to credit this to my mom because she actually came up with the topic for today's psychologically gaming. So hi mama, thank you so much for coming up with today's topic. I really was in desperate need. The thing is that, like, with this, it's not going to be about psychoanalyzing a character. It's actually going to be more or less the discovery of potential within a game and combining it to a story, if that makes sense. So hang in there with me. Let's get started on this. I know this was a long-ass intro, but bear with me. So what if you could have control over how a story went or how something in your life went? What if you could control the uprising of Hitler? What if you could control the story of Hamlet? So let's say you had a game. Let's say you had a game where in the drop-down menu you have the playable characters. Now you can play as Hamlet, you could play as Ophelia, you could play as let's see, the king, the uncle, the mother. Like, you have a whole host of characters that you can play as, right? So what if you could play as Ophelia, for example? And then you had to choose. Now here's what the collaboration of thoughts was. My mom, who has a master's in English, and me, a BA in psychology, where I thought, what if you had psychological diagnoses that you had to list to the character, or that you had to give the character in order to survive in the game? So for example, let's say this is kind of turning into like a morbid Sims, but bear with me. So let's say when you get your character, I'm gonna choose Ophelia because she's my girl. She's she is one of my favorite characters in Hamlet. Also, don't just limit this to Hamlet. You could go with Macbeth, you could go with King Lear, you could go with Romeo and Juliet, my least favorite play. You could go with the Tempest, which actually the Tempest is where my name is from. Holla at your girl. But for all intents and purposes for today, we are going to go with Hamlet. You select from a drop-down menu of psychological diagnoses, and you can pick what your character could actually be diagnosed with. In her case, OCD, paranoia, anorexia. I'm just listing off like a bunch of things right now. Depression, mood swings, all that kind of thing. Now, in no way, shape, or form would this ever be turned into a game, because this would get so many people triggered. I'd have people running for the hills. But the point that I'm trying to make is that it would be an interesting thing to have a game where you could control the character from your point of view of how you wanted the story of Hamlet to end. So let's say you didn't want Ophelia to die, so you take control of her character and get her healthy. What if there's an in-game psychologist at every checkpoint or something, to do a mental check of you, you know, and that could be actually not just something with Hamlet. You could do that with actually any horror game. You could do that with a psychological horror game, and I'm in the process of developing the story right now. Don't want to spill anything too early, but I'm in the process of working on a story right now where at each checkpoint you have a psychologist that literally hooks you up and checks on your mental well-being. That way you can continue to process through the game. If he or she believes in the game, your psychologist believes that you are not mentally fit to continue on the game, you have to repeat something in the previous chapter that you did not complete. So let's say you didn't like the way World War II went. Yes, I'm going there, and please suppress your triggeredness to think with me for a moment. You literally could have a drop-down menu of what character from history you can play and their psychological preferences and how it would have had a better outcome, you know, no slaughtering of Jews, Hitler would be dead instead, stuff like that. Probably a really risque subject to go with, but we're keeping it in the video. With VR, I feel like there's a lot more possibilities, a lot more room for activities, if you will. With a lot of the things that are going on in gaming right now, I really don't think it's far-fetched to consider the option of something even being more real. Like, look at the game Frambo, for example. It's not an open world game, it's more like a point-click side-scroller type game, which for those of you who know the game Frambo, you guys know that it's a very heavy, a very dark gameplay. Like, there really isn't there really isn't much that's not left up to the imagination. Like, every gruesome thing possible that could be put into cartoon format for a side scroller, and that's creepy and that's morbid and that's just, you know, completely awesome because it's my style of a game, was put in there. But the thing is, with that game, you have a sense of the mind, you have a sense of how dark it is at points, and that's the thing with psychology. With a lot of psychological diagnoses and a lot of things that happen within the human brain, there's a lot of messed up stuff in there that can sometimes be quelled by medication, sometimes can be quelled by seeing a psychiatrist or a psychologist, even simply talking to a family member or friend. So the thing that I want to bring about with this entire topic, this entire proposition, if you will, is that it could be conducive to therapy in a way, you know? So video games that have this kind of plot line or anything like that could help a person out. I mean, there actually have been already video games for soldiers who have PTSD, so it's not far-fetched at all. But yeah, this is not like your typical psychologically gaming, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, honestly. I mean, like, if you guys want me to talk about more things just besides analyzing game characters of what I know with psychology, I would love to talk about it. I also love talking about the brain a lot. I feel like it's a fascinating thing that there's still certain aspects of the brain that we have not even close to uncovered yet. Because there were several classes that I took and that I absolutely loved, about medicine, about the human brain, about just everything that happens whenever you mix like different medications together, what happens in what cortex and all that kind of thing. So yeah, if you guys want more videos like that are comparable to video games or comparable to video game characters, I can definitely go more in depth with that kind of thing. So let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. But yes, my coffee and I say adieu. And that's not even a really good outro. I should just stick to what I know best, honestly. But I'm gonna go give myself a facial, relax a little bit, let my stomach just relax because it's yelling at me right now. Watch some Silent Hill, have lots of carbs, you know, the works. But if you guys like my face and want to do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below, you know. Do that, hit that bell dance, you know, just so you get notified. Ooh, it feels so good to be notified of my videos. Please tell me never to do that again. I mean, there are ways that I could tell you to hit the bell, but you know, I don't have to do this. But stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in tomorrow's video, which is the last episode of Resident Evil 2. Oh my god, I'm gonna actually be on Twitch this Saturday playing through some of the DLCs that came with it. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm really very excited, but also sad that this game is over. I'm gonna be doing the other campaign and everything for Leon on my own time because I just want to thoroughly enjoy that on my own. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I cannot wait to play this on Twitch. Oh yeah, speaking of Twitch, I'm coming back every Saturday at 7 p.m. I thought I was gonna do 7 a.m. I already get up early enough on the weekdays. I don't need to do that to myself on the weekends. But I will see you guys in the next video. Stay casually nerdy, and yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.